We had a big problem, folks. Had a safety hazard. Had a fire problem. We got to talk about and show what happened.
Come over here, Ronnie.
We're out here at Donnie's farm, and he has cattle. Not cattle, cows.
See, yesterday I come down here and see this has got sticker briars in it, right? Mm-hmm. And the way you keep from this stuff spreading is after the cows eat what they want, you burn this off.
So we're standing in an area here where he's put out hay bales for the cows, or hay rolls really, for the cows. So there's a bunch here that they don't eat, and it's got trash in it and stuff.
Not physical trash, but trash seeds.
Yeah, seeds that you don't want. And
so you don't want these seeds, so you light it on fire. So yesterday I come down here and you see that little spot there. I tried to light this pile on fire because everything was frozen. We've just had
it's been pouring down the rain for weeks. It's really wet.
4 days.
Look, there's water right there standing on the ground.
4 days of rain.
Yeah, so lots of rain.
And it was like 23 degrees yesterday morning.
Yeah.
So it was real cold. Everything was frozen.
No wind. See the trees? No wind.
So I tried to light that fire. I tried to light this on fire. Well, I tried 3 or 4 times and it wouldn't light. It just burned a little tiny spot like that spot right there was just that. So I went over there and tried that one too. It wouldn't light.
Okay.
Well, I didn't think it lit.
So he went over to another one and tried to light it. And none of them would light. Now, typically when you do this, you kind of hang around and watch and see what's going on, make sure there's no problems, that the fire doesn't get away from you, make sure everything's, contained to one area. So he tried to light this, it would not light. He went over and tried to light another one.
It wouldn't light.
And it wouldn't light. So then what did you do?
I was in this truck. I had to go get my other truck. So I left and drove 15, 20 miles across the way and come back with that other truck to pick up a trailer that was over there.
So when he got back,
it still wasn't burning.
It still wasn't burning.
I took that trailer and I went to the house. And I come back about 6 hours later.
And we're going to show you what happened when he came back. Now, keep in mind he had been back earlier and everything was cool. He comes back 6 hours later and this is what he finds. I'm going to show you the video that he filmed there, and he's a little disgusted, so he doesn't talk that much.
You guys, we had a problem here. Fire got out. Burnt a little bit of grass here. But look at this. That's a 98 Chevrolet Dually. It was. Leather interior, all that good stuff. Gone. Totally gone. Ain't nothing left. Just crazy. Melted it. Right there's all the aluminum out of it. Melted it down. Burnt the fenders off of it. Fire went out there. Went all the way over there. Went all the way up through there. Just blistered this truck. This truck's still burning right now. You can see it's still burning. I just found it. Melted my tarp off the top of this. Fire just went all through here. Stuff's still burning over there. But look at that Chevrolet. That's crazy. Crazy to me. All the radiators and all melted out of it. And it's right there.
Still warm?
Yeah, watch out, it's still smoking. But there you go. That's what happens when you when a fire jumps. Fire jumped out and ran. Just ruined it. But anyway, I don't know why it didn't burn them timbers and all. Did you see what happened there? Jumped out there, ran around to here. That was out when I left. I don't know what happened. There wasn't nothing going on there. It was done. All this was frozen solid. Somehow fire jumped from there to over here. None of this is burnt. So it ran rabid there. Burned all the way down there, all the way through all this. So it did some damage here, that's for sure. But anyway, there you go.
Well, Donnie, it's the next day. You can see from afar here how much that it got. To me, this is really interesting because it didn't. So you didn't start the fire.
No.
You tried to start a fire. We just showed them that. You tried to start a fire. It did all of that damage, and you didn't put it out.
I didn't put it out.
And what was the main thing that got hurt?
That Chevrolet.
That one Chevrolet. But you can see from here, there's all kinds of other stuff. Of course, none of the animals got hurt. We should mention that just so people know.
No animals.
Cows got the sense to get the hell out of the way if there's a fire.
Yep.
And there's plenty of land here. They weren't fenced in or anything. Even if it would have ate up all of the property, they could have then went back over to an area that had already burned. So there's enough room here that they were able to get out of the way. But you can see that this is like his boneyard. So he's got all kinds of vehicles and stuff here that he's, there's stuff that's broken or stuff that we use every once in a while, or it's parts trucks or trailers that he doesn't always use. So I'm gonna go down there with him too, and we'll look at a little bit of the stuff. But I think it's interesting that the main thing that burnt down was that truck. But we're gonna talk a little bit about the truck here in a second. Donnie, there's cow patties everywhere. I wonder what the cows have been doing down here. So look at that. So the fire got out, got to some tires, and is still burning on the tires. It put itself out. Boy, it charred the crap out of that tree, but it didn't burn it. So these were all tires that Gene had stored over here.
It was all pumped up on the rims.
All pumped up on rims. And that's what's been fueling it for a day.
So this fire got out. Like, yes, there's pine straw here, but I don't know how it burns the tire. Look, that tire's full of water.
Look, it's full of water.
I don't know how it burns. That little bit of pine straw there on the ground burns a tire.
I'll tell you what I think, and some of you will agree, some of you won't. That truck that it burnt down tell them what happened with that truck. Donnie used to drive that all the time. How come you stopped driving it?
The front right A-frame, lower ball joint, it'll bust at 10,000 miles exactly.
He was driving it, and the front ball joint broke on the truck because the truck had been wrecked at some point.
I put a new ball joint in it. 10,000 miles later, it broke again.
Now explain to people what happens when a ball joint breaks on a truck.
Your tires are straight. When a lower ball joint breaks, the tire can go anywhere.
So imagine you're rolling down the highway at 70 miles an hour and the front ball joint breaks on the front of the truck. Now if something messes up on the back tire, the back of the car goes down and you can still steer it.
Yeah.
But if one of your front tires you have a serious problem with, you can't steer it.
And you can't really brake it, because when you brake it, it still goes back. So you don't have any brakes or any steering. Basically.
Dangerous as crap.
And it happened to me twice.
And it happened to Donnie twice, so he parked it out here in the thing and, you know, still had the truck around. But maybe somebody up above decided that truck ain't going to be on the road anymore, and the fire just happened to kill that truck. And it got all these tires. I wonder what the problem was with the tire. Maybe one of the tires that was going to blow on somebody too.
Look at that. That one, and that one, and that one is all brand new mobile home tires.
Uh-huh.
Evidently, they didn't want me moving a mobile home.
Does Gene know this happened yet?
Yes, he knows.
Did he care, or was he happy that he's rid of some stuff?
He said all them brand new tires that burn up. Yep, it's all gone.
Lost your camper shell too. What was that off of?
Something Gene had. I don't know. But the worst thing right there is them wagon wheels. I hate that it tore up them wagon wheels.
Yeah.
But it didn't melt the 20-cent water hoses over there.
It's just weird.
I'm glad it didn't get my backhoe.
Yeah. So the financial loss is not much, really.
Nope.
Lost the truck. What was the truck worth, you think, Donnie?
I don't
Not
know.
running.
I don't have no clue. Maybe a couple $1,000
Yeah.
at max.
So I lost that. None of the cows were injured. Look, they're all here telling us they're fine. How come they always surround me, Donnie? They always give me these weird looks.
They want food and they think you got it.
You think so?
Yeah. That's just crazy how that.
It's kind of, to me, it's weird that it didn't keep going, that it put itself out. That's strange. And it didn't rain.
You can look.
It was dry yesterday. It did not rain.
The dry grass. It just run across that dry grass.
Maybe it's because it's by the trees here. So it was more wet. The sun hadn't dried it, or, well, no.
I think it was this pine straw sitting on top from them pine trees.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so it burnt the pine straw, but as you get farther from the trees, there's less of it. Yeah, because those aren't pines.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just here. Yeah, that makes sense. It's just here where you've got this clump of pine trees. There must have been some thick straw and it got it. The cows probably know. We go ask that cow. Let's see. What's this one's name, Donnie?
Cheeseburger.
That's not Cheeseburger. Is that Cheeseburger too?
Yep.
Look, he don't want to give an interview. Hey, Cheeseburger. Hey, was it the pine straw? Hey, what? I'm gonna put this on YouTube. Was it the pine straw?
Yeah. Come over here and look at this, Ronnie. Why didn't it burn any of that timber? Fresh timber and pine straw still sitting on top of it. Why didn't it burn it?
I don't know. That's weird. Look, there's not even like flame damage to it or anything.
Oh.
I don't know.
Look at all that pine straw up in there. It didn't burn none of it.
I guess what happened was it just didn't get going that hot, except for where the tires were. So, you know, it got real hot over there and it scorched the trees. The flames were probably 10, 15 feet high. And then over here it was lower. Yeah, and all that pine straw is just sitting there. Look, even the what they don't call them leaves. What do they call them? On that tree, they're dry. It probably would have burnt some of that, but it didn't. So I think all of this was probably just really low to the ground. But
the tuber cord laying on the ground. Why didn't it burn it?
I think it just didn't have enough heat, or just wasn't, you know.
It burned a truck slap up over there, and didn't burn no heat. It didn't have enough to burn a tuber cord.
I guess not. But somehow, yeah, it got over here to the truck. Look at it burned around the good stuff.
Look, all them cedar posts. That's.
I think it just wasn't hot enough. You know, it just wasn't doing enough to get them.
Look at that. They burned all them tires down there. The whole set of tires.
Didn't burn those. But then it got to the truck, went nuts on the truck.
Look right there. That's all aluminum.
That's what's left of the transmission.
The radiators. I ain't figured out how.
Does Gene know about this much aluminum laying here? He's got something to do now.
I don't know how.
He'll be over here scrapping that.
Like that's a toolbox there. That's an aluminum toolbox.
Crazy.
I don't know how it got hot enough to burn the fenders off.
Well, I mean, it's the fuel, you know.
Well, okay.
But I don't know how it got to it, and
okay.
it would seem to me that fire would go right underneath a truck and not explode it.
Look. You would think, come here, come on.
Was that trailer there?
Yeah. Look at that truck.
Yeah, see like this. See how it just burnt right under the trailer? That makes more sense to me. I don't know why it would, maybe that truck just was leaking a lot and it got under there and it...
Look at that truck. That one's been sitting there just as long as that other one.
That is crazy.
Look at that truck.
And the thing too is, if you look at this one, it wasn't on rims.
Yeah.
See how there's no rims on it? He had it, we did an earlier video where we even talked about it. We talked about all this stuff. It wasn't on tires. So there were no tires to burn.
Did it onto them trucks too. And it melted a bucket up underneath that trailer and didn't catch the trailer on fire. See that bucket melted in half under there?
Yeah. So that's what we had happen.
It's crazy.
It's lucky that nobody was hurt and most of the stuff wasn't hurt. It was just that one dangerous truck is gone. It'll never be a danger to anyone else, Donnie.
You know what what I was really worried about was my fence post, and it didn't burn. It
I
burned
know.
that one fence post.
Well, that'd be a pain putting them fence posts back.
Yep.
See, the fence posts, we need to be permanent. We want to keep them. But the truck, I wasn't going to drive that truck anymore.
I was thinking here over the last couple months that I could take that motor and this motor and make a motor, but I couldn't decide which truck I was going to put it in.
Well, now you know. You ain't going to do that.
I ain't doing that now.
Donnie, so this is a parts truck, this 65 Chevy.
Yep.
Would you have been more pissed off if that one burned up instead of the other one?
Absolutely.
You'd never hear the end of it if that one burned up.
And that one should have burned up, you know, because hell, it just got brought in here, and it's got a lot more vegetation underneath it.
All right, so everybody tell us down below, why do you think that one burnt? Maybe it was leaking oil. The fire gets under, gets in the oil. It starts burning bigger and is enough to just catch it on fire. Yeah. And once it got, of course, to the fuel tank, that was it. But all of these have fuel in them. That's got fuel in it.
Yeah, but my thing is, okay, there's a fire burning underneath the truck. All the windows was rolled up.
Yeah.
How did the hell did the inside burn?
I don't, yeah.
It don't make no sense. Even if the motor caught on fire, it shouldn't have went through the firewall. That's why it's called a firewall.
It got to the fuel somehow, and I don't know.
I don't understand. I guess it blew the windshield out of it, and after it blew the windshield out, it crawled in there.
Yeah.
But that thing had all leather interior in it, dude.
It must have had a hell of a fire going there on the hood.
What?
And it blew the windshield out, and then it crept through it, and eventually it got to the fuel tank, and there was a big explosion. There's no neighbors close enough that we can ask anybody.
Well, there's another trick. The steering wheel's laying in the floor. Why did the steering wheel come out of it? And my seat's broken.
That's your sign.
My seat's gone.
That's your sign, Donnie. Don't steer this truck anymore. That's the little,
The steering wheel's underneath. The steering wheel is underneath the damn dash now.
It just...
And look at the seat. How did the seat break all the way off? The other seat didn't break off.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's just crazy to me. I would have liked to have the concept right there's a penny. Damn, 2 cents. I got to get 2 pennies. That's a dime.
Oh, man.
Wonder if I can still use it. I'm damn sure gonna try. Right there's a penny too. Copper penny.
Hey, last time we were down here, weren't there some shells up in the dash?
Hey, look at that. That dime swole. See where it swelled up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Believe it or not, yesterday
when he came down here,
I got nails. See them box of nails there? I got them nails out of there, and there was a box of 308s there. I picked them up and put them in that truck.
Look how the top of the truck warped. Crazy.
She got hot.
Crazy.
She got hot.
Well, nobody got hurt. No animals were hurt. The farm's still fine.
Feelings got hurt, and that was about
The
it.
feelings got hurt, and that was about it.
And have you ever saw glass with melt? Look at that.
I've heard it will.
That's the windshield.
Yep.
It's awful thin. But right there, I'm gonna take that to the scrap yard.
Yeah, that's some money there.
That's more money than all of it, probably. I got to get down here and clean up all this glass is what I'm worried about.
Yeah, the cows step on it.
Yeah.
There's some more. There's some more aluminum down under the bumper.
I got to get under there and get that. It burned all the radiators and all out. I wonder how bad that motor's burned off.
That's what they want to see, Donnie.
Yeah, I do too, but I don't know that I can open it.
That's what they want to see. They want to see.
Horn burnt in half. The engine's still there, believe it or not. It's all in there. Damn, the harmonic balancer's gone though. The fan.
Well, our hood stuck, people.
Yep.
I had a little problem where it well, might have it. There we go. There we go. That's what you wanted to see.
There it is. It's all gone.
Well, stand there and pose in front of it, Donnie.
There's the turbo. Everybody wants to know how the turbo had a meltdown.
Well,
Whole intake gone.
was the story worth $2,000, Donnie?
Damn. I don't think I'd have paid it. But battery's still there. Part of it anyway. I guess I can get that lid.
Oh yeah, people might want to see that.
Lid out of the battery. That's rough there. Sounds like another one.
Yeah, somebody else is going up. That ain't on our property.
And that's another story closed there.
Yep.
Y'all, if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up for filming it. Subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already. It burnt tire slap off that trailer. I didn't even notice that. And we'll catch you on the next one.